Guys, I think Blake Lively may be unraveling. Like, this is a real deal Holyfield type of situation. I'm going to read something with you. I'm not even going to do an intro to this video because this is just outlandish. Let's read it together. In early March 2025, so this month, a fan named Kaitlyn Cooper from Houston, Texas, reported an unsettling interaction with actress Blake Lively at the Hotel 1928 in Waco, Texas. Cooper and her mother were staying at the hotel when they learned that a VIP guest was present, later identified as Lively. After dinner, Cooper discreetly filmed Lively in the hotel lobby to share with her friends. Lively appeared to notice and covered her face before being escorted away by security. The following morning, as Cooper was packing her car, she alleges that Lively approached her with a phone raised, seemingly recording. Cooper claims Lively circled her vehicle, focusing on the license plate, then handed the phone to a security guard who continued recording before they both returned inside. Cooper described the experience as disturbing and confusing. Cooper shared her account on Instagram, noting that her story was viewed by several unfamiliar accounts, including one linked to a hotel employee and another potentially associated with Lively's team. As of now, neither Blake Lively or the Hotel 1928 has publicly commented on the incident. This is outlandish. I could see why it would be disturbing. I could see why it would be confusing because Kaitlyn is not a famous person. You know, famous people quite often get videoed. Why would Blake do that herself? Why would she sit there in the parking lot, wait for this woman the next morning to go to her car with her bags and be packing them in the car, and Blake comes out with a cell phone? Filming somebody? Did she think that this woman was a reporter? Even if this woman was a reporter, why do you do that? Like, why would she be doing that? The security guard must have been thinking, ouch, like the security guard's just doing their job. Let's face it. Now, when it comes to Blake Lively, I don't know any famous person that is in the hot water that Blake Lively is in right now would want to expose themselves even more. Like, this is just something that's ridiculous. The only thing I can chalk it up to is she's really losing it. But now, by doing that, I think what she has done is now taunt people. And now people are going to taunt her more. Listen, in my opinion, when someone is famous, it's just a given that they should expect to be filmed no matter where they go, especially at Blake's level of fame. You enter a hotel, it's a public place. You're being rushed away by people who are escorting you, your handlers. Okay, leave it alone. It's not like she filmed you doing something, Blake, that was inappropriate. You were in a hotel lobby. It's not like you were in a private jet doing something inappropriate. And that made you go and film her the very next morning. So that means you found out this woman's name. You found out where she was parked. And then you went and filmed her car, walked around her car. I would call that losing it. I would say that is unhinged. And I would also say that that's a person that does not deserve fans, a person that doesn't quite understand what fame is. I never have called Blake an A-lister because I believe that an A-lister is someone that most people have heard of and most people know of. Blake has not been one of those actors that a lot of people know of. As a matter of fact, most people learned about Blake during this case that she has right now with Baldoni, Justin Baldoni, her co-star with the movie called It Ends With Us. You see, for those of you who don't know, check out some of my other videos about Blake, because I do go into detail, and I will be going into detail with another video later on after I publish this video. And really what happened is Blake said that her co-star, many months after the film was out, she said that he sexually harassed her. And then she made a grievance complaint. And then she went on to kind of defame him with an article in the New York Times. And it was really big. It was a lot. And she didn't have any receipts to prove her claims. Then Justin Baldoni clapped back. He's like, I'm not going to have that. This is defamation. And this is not right, because that's not what went down during the filming of It Ends With Us. So he ended up suing her and her husband. Please watch that video that I did with Ryan Reynolds, the husband of Blake Lively. He's trying to get out of the lawsuit now. I'll link it in the description below, that video, because it is quite interesting that he now is like just trying to get out of the whole entire situation. He feels like he was just a supportive husband. But for Baldoni and Baldoni's team to include Ryan Reynolds means that there is a lot behind the scenes that may not be out in the public right now, but will be out in the public March 2026. So I just feel that it was a really unfortunate situation for this fan. Again, it's not like she was filming Blake in some type of an entanglement, or maybe kissing another man in a club, or, even like doing something that was just absurd. Blake was in a hotel lobby, public. And she wasn't doing anything too much. But what Blake did to that young lady, I feel, was above and beyond. Sure, maybe Blake is at a point right now where she's just tired of having people film her. But it's not like this woman was caught on Blake's property, This woman was not stalking Blake. She indiscreetly just kind of filmed Blake to say, oh my gosh, look, I have a video of a famous person. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I don't think so anyway. You guys put in the comments below if you think that that was wrong for that fan to do that in those circumstances. I believe that if Blake was maybe, going into her hotel room or coming out of her hotel room, and the woman was outside her hotel room waiting for her to come out and filmed her, or even pretended like she was, serving her something and knocked on the door as like a waitress or whatever for room service, and then filmed her. I would feel that would be going above and beyond on the behalf of the fan. But the fan just did, I think, what anyone would do. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Like, I don't think the fan went above and beyond. I do think that Blake is going through a lot right now. I believe that, her mental health issues are really being affected. She does have mental health issues, and she did note that in a lot of the case. She doesn't want some of her private information being given out to the public. She just wants lawyers' eyes only looking at certain things. And the judge actually said, okay, that the judge went along with that, but the judge said it's a temporary order. So, this one really shocked me. I was beside myself. I thought this was completely inappropriate of Blake to do this. And I really hope someone speaks to her and calms her down and gets her to a point of saying, these are not things that you want coming out when you are in the middle of a lawsuit for $400 million with your husband and your publicist. And you still have a whole entire year before that happens. So that sucks. I think that really sucks. Put a bad taste in my mouth that Blake would be so outlandish that way, and show us that there is that childish, vindictive side to her. Thanks, guys, for joining me. My name is Sister Cerise. Please go ahead and subscribe. After you do that, do me a huge favor. Be good to yourself out there. Please. The world is a crazy place, and you woke up to enjoy today, so make the best of it. Huge hugs, loads of love, big blessings. Take care of yourself out there.